The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Everybody get up. Everybody get up.
Welcome to the Girls of 28. I'm Mariana. This is Julia and Trisha. And tonight we have a guest, Helena Belmonte, again on the show.
Belmonte? She's already joined us before. She came on and spoke to us about things girls want to say but don't. So we have brought her back in because her views and opinions are quite good and fun.
Helena,
and
are you
spot on.
sober this time?
Totally. We were quite drunk last time.
Just called you out there, sorry. Anyway, what's our topic today, girls? I think we are talking about dating. One of our go-to episode choices always. We're going to be talking about dating younger men, dating older men. And how those two compare, right? So, Helena, what kind of men do you normally go for, the younger or the older?
I guess I'd have to say older. Much older. Wait. So to take Helena off the hot seat just for a moment, we all did not get a host pick this week, but our guest has brought her own host pick. So check this one out, guys.
I think it's time to go in the kennel. Come on. Come on, it's time to go in the kennel. Come on. Come on, boys, I think it's time to go. Come on. Come on. I think it's time to go in the kennel. Kennel time. Kennel time. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on, boys. Come on, it's time to go. Come on, it's time to go. Come on, kennel time. Come on, kennel time. It's time to go. Come on. Come on. Time to go. Time to go in the kennel. Kennel time. Kennel time. Come on, kennel time.
Sounds like he's saying no.
Kennel time, boys. Come on. Kennel time.
You're a dog lover?
I love dogs.
It's fun not having to do a host pick once. Anyway, okay, so back to you dating younger men or older men. What do you usually go for?
Oh, okay, I've dated both. I had a 7-year boyfriend and he was 3 years younger than me. And this was like in high school, college, so that was pretty like, whatever. Very passionate. And for the last few years, I've been dating older men, which I find to be much more.
Wait, how old is old?
Well,
Like grandpa in a wheelchair?
Notice you said grandma.
what?
I said grandpa. I said grandpa, Julia.
I think they say that if you divide a man's age by half and plus seven.
Yeah.
If the age is what is it? How's it go?
You divide the age plus 7, and if it's more than that, you're fine. You're in the clear. But if
Okay.
it's less than that, then you're a pedophile. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, I think my boyfriend is safe by 1 year, maybe. But
There you go. Okay, wait, and so what do you find the differences were between dating the younger guy? Why do you think dating a younger guy didn't work? I've always dated younger. I've dated older maybe twice. One who was like a year older than me, and I dated him for 6 years, and that didn't work. And I've always younger. So I can mold them into exactly what I want them to be.
Yeah, but how are they different? Why do you prefer older men now?
Well, like if you've dated a younger man who's super immature, then you're going to want the opposite, right?
So that's in your particular instance, you had an immature young man, and men are more immature anyway than women, so that's like dating a baby. But what about if you have a mature younger man?
If I had a mature younger man, then yeah, I would love to date a mature younger man. Find me one. Well, wait, no, that's not true. I love my boyfriend. I love him so much.
I love my boyfriend.
I love my boyfriend. It's like, oh my god, he's so amazing.
No, you know, actually, the statistics right now of older women dating younger men, especially after divorcing, it's really high. Because, like, they're disappointed with the husband, and you know, they say that younger men, they have more, they are more alive. You know, they are more passionate.
And plus, there's that certain older woman stigma, so they work harder to pleasing the older woman because she knows what she wants. I think it's a power thing too. No?
Do you know, I find that dating younger men, though, this is the one thing, okay, it depends on how much of a gap there is. I think 10 years is way too much. I think that 7 years even is pushing it a little bit, because this is the thing, right, with guys and girls. I have a friend she was 30. I think she was 30.
Are you sure it's a friend?
Yeah, it's a friend.
Oh, 1 point for Mariana.
Well, I'm not in my 30s, so it can't be me. So she was 30, and I think he was 21 or something like that. It was my I'm not gonna tell you who it is. She was dating a guy, and he was 21, and we all said to her, "Oh, don't do it. He's so much younger." And so, you know, she just had him as a sex partner, a fuck buddy, basically, for like a year. But she hang out with someone long enough and you end up falling for them. So of course, after sleeping with him for 1 year, what happened was she developed feelings, he developed feelings, and then of course he was like, "Darling, I love you. Of course I want to have babies with you and everything, and you know, I'm gonna do really well in my business and everything." But as the older woman, of course she was like, okay, number one, was she gonna have to sacrifice watching him probably fail a few times at career and at business, considering she was 9-something years older than him. Secondly, he was 21, 22, so he's in this love bubble of, oh my gosh, my older girlfriend, she's so amazing, she teaches me everything from socializing to business to in the bedroom so he was learning so much from her. But then by the time he hit 24, he'd learned all the tricks from his older girlfriend, and what happened was he then wanted to go out into the world and sow his royal oats and whatever, and she woke up and she was in her mid-30s and she was single. And he was still only in his mid-20s and he was out in Europe and traveling the world and was amazing. So, you know, because at the beginning he was like, "Yeah, I want to have your babies." It was so amazing because he was so young and inexperienced, and after a few more years he was like, cool. So I do think that dating too young is a bad choice for older women.
Yeah.
That's for
But
sure.
you think if it were reversed, if it was a young girl with an older man, it's more feasible?
Yeah, because we were talking about this before a few days ago, that with women it is all about the right person, but then with men it's all about the right time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So Helena, what do you like about your older man or men?
Apart from the fact that he has an amazing puppy.
Oh my god, he has an amazing puppy. Oh my gosh, I'm taking over this dog. No, I feel like I'm pretty high maintenance in any relationship, and given that he's so much older than me, he has so much patience for these things. Like, nothing I do phases him. And it's always nice to like be loved unconditionally. At least that's how I feel. Oops, sorry, my mic. So at least that's how I feel when I'm with this particular older man.
Well, I like dating older men because we learn so much from them. You know, they've experienced so much. Comparing to a younger guy, they are not as given emotionally because they're afraid they've been hurt before. But I like it because they're so experienced. So, you know, they can give you much more information, experience. You can learn so much more.
So you're saying that older men you feel they don't give you as much of their emotions and their heart.
Yeah.
They're more guarded and reserved,
Yeah.
but you learn more about living life
Yes.
from them.
This is true. This is true. There are no emotional blow-ups at my house. There is like nothing crazy going on. If like I do something wrong, he will sit me down and talk to me like an adult.
That's true. I have another friend that just got married to a man 15, 16 years her senior, and she says the same thing. There's no arguments because you've lived through it all and you realize what's worth fighting for and what's not. So they just, when we're being our hormonal, womanly selves and we want to argue and fight, he just kind of lets it all go.
Yeah, don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah. But I'm with Trisha, actually. I normally go for my age, or I think I've done 5 years older, but normally it's my age and younger. I wonder why.
I don't understand. Like, how? Yeah.
But
What's so great about
have
dating
you
older men?
tried? Have you girls? Oh, Trisha have you tried dating older guys?
Yeah. So I've dated older men before. Not just probably the most was 5 years my elder.
So
But
what do you think the difference is?
But no, but I think intellectually and emotionally, he was probably on my level. So I didn't really feel like I've never dated an older man that had his, had a business empire or something like a dad-like figure that had things to teach me. I've actually never experienced that. I've dated older, but yeah.
Mentally on the same level.
Exactly. And I think also career-wise, he was a bit more ahead of me, obviously, but yeah.
I just found dating older men, the experiences that I've had with dating older men was just, I just found that they always wanted to try and control me. And this is just me in particular. I always found that there was a certain element of trying to control me, and the minute that I wanted to, it was all fine while I was being a yes girlfriend, but the minute that I would say no, all hell would break loose and I was the worst person in the world and just everything. And they thought that was their prerogative because they were older and that I should listen.
No, I think there is. What? Yeah, there is a tendency of older men to want to control the woman more than younger guys. They I don't think they think as much about the relationship. They give more love, and it's so more about feelings.
But also as well, okay, great, you have an older boyfriend, and if you're 25 and he's, 35, when you're 55 and he's 65, like, I don't know. I just think
10 years older.
Wait, what were we going with that? Does it matter or it does matter?
It does matter. It's like when, I don't know, because I've got some friends who basically, she's probably 10, 15 years, more 15 years, he's younger. He's junior, how do you say it? He's junior. And she's really young and healthy and everything, and he kind of, isn't. And so he's like, oh, okay, go and do whatever you like, honey. And he stays at home, and their lives have kind of gone from living together to all of a sudden, she still wants to keep living and being vibrant and young and social and everything, and he doesn't. So their lives are completely separated because of this huge age gap between them, which wasn't a problem when they were younger, but when he got older, he got tired, and she didn't.
Did she break up with him?
No.
So maybe they're happy like this.
So, yeah, I don't know. I just don't think that I would personally make that decision because, I want to grow old with somebody who is relatively the same age as me. I mean, this is just me personally. I mean, I do go for younger, but younger just in age, mentally the same age.
I think I agree. I think because you pretty much want to have a partner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you are growing together, you're learning together, you're experiencing life together, and that's the whole point of a relationship. So I am curious because I've never had a boyfriend who was significantly older than me that had already lived life that had yet to experience. So I would wonder. I can see the draws to that and why it's beneficial to you. It's exciting. You're learning from someone. But yeah, it is true that. When you think long term, you're at two different points in your life, and that might cause conflict. Because we're still in our 20s, we still have a lot of exploring and.
Yeah, I can see that like at home, my parents have 11 years difference, and my mom, she feels much older because my dad is older, right? So she ends up not going out, she ends up staying home. So she ends up doing what he wants to. But then again, it's a choice.
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, let's just go to a quick break. When we come back, more about dating younger people as opposed to dating older people. We'll see you soon.
Hi. They say nothing in this world is free, and for the most part, that's true. But here at NMF Network, all shows are indeed 100% free. And as an added feature, you have the option to subscribe to all your favorite programs, also at no charge. Why should you subscribe? By subscribing, you no longer have the hassle of delays when you stream the program. You also don't need to keep checking our site to see if your favorite programs are up, because they'll automatically be uploaded to your device as soon as it's available. Here's how to do it. For those people with Apple mobile devices, first you need to download the podcast app. Once you download the podcast app, open it, and you should be taken to the featured page. Now, you look for the store button. Hit the store button, and after doing that, hit the search button. Put your cursor on it and type New Media Factory. All our shows should automatically appear. Pick your favorite or favorites, open it, and hit subscribe. And that's it, you're done. Congratulations and welcome to the New Media Factory family.
Then the maid got jaundice. Jaundice is different from jaundice. Jaundice is buntis, like that. But she does not. Tears up! Tears up! Anyway, jaundice does not know. This is professional show. I will put the merienda here. So, jaundice. And I'm now happy to present to you Carl Lutario. Halika dito, te! Tabi tayo! Gusto mo ng snacks? Ano ba to? Ganyan ba yan? Tapos?
Ang puti, mama.
Ay, tapos. Dito ba? Pwede ba dyan?
Pwede. Concealer. Yan, para sa show mo, ha? Oh.
Aray ko, amayaya ba? Pwede ba itong ano? Zora, pang ano ba to? Oil absorbing? Pwede ba itong pang nose line?
Tita Kay, may caution.
Caution! Caution! Basta ng glamour, te!
When used for the first 2 weeks, more pimples will appear. Burahin na sila. Sorry, ma. Ito talaga?
Hindi, bago yan. Don't worry.
Buti ako sa mata lang. Hindi naman nagkakapin. Dapat pala caution mo na yung pinasa natin.
Join your host Carrots Nazareno on Live Love Lols every Thursday, 7:30 to 8:30, only here on The Factory.
So there you go, guys. We had some heated discussions during the commercial break, and we want to delve into the younger men side of this a little bit more.
I'm all for team younger men.
Did you say teen younger men?
It's a team.
Teen younger men.
Teen young men.
Whoa.
Well, I don't know. So what are the pros of dating younger guys? So we kind of talked about they're more emotionally available, right? They give more of themselves to you. Do you think that they're more players than older men, or who are more playery, if that's not definitely?
You know, I don't think that you can categorize them and say that because they're younger, they're more players, because they're older, they're more players. If you are, you are. If you aren't, you aren't. It doesn't matter what age you are. I think there are players in older and younger men, of course. I just think that it's a matter of younger men. I think that they're more spontaneous, they're more caring, and they're more loving, they're more gushing.
They're more gushing. I think they're more outward about it, but you know, I think older men are just as caring.
Yeah.
They're not as gushing.
They don't gush, yeah.
That's the thing, which is nice sometimes, but then sometimes it gets really annoying.
I think they can be really immature.
Young men?
Yeah.
Well, because they're young. They're younger than you.
Exactly, so that's a bad point.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you give us a specific instance of a young man being
For
really
example,
immature?
my ex-boyfriend, he wasn't younger than I, but he was young. Like we had, I think, 3 years difference. And he quit his job, he quit his school, he didn't do anything. He started living from his mother's money. For me, this is so immature. Then what are you gonna do for your life? Do you want a man that has no future?
Hey, I dated a 35-year-old who did exactly that. I'm 35.
Okay.
But wait, actually, one of the things that I find is most difficult to dating a younger man is that you have to be there through all his career changes. Like he's gonna change his career. He's gonna start from the bottom. He's gonna work his way up, and like a lot of the time, like especially if you're more successful, a lot of the time this is gonna make your guy or your boyfriend feel like emasculated.
Yes.
So that was like what was really difficult for me and my ex-boyfriend, who was 3 years my junior.
3 years.
3 years.
Okay. But that's completely true. You're right. When you're with someone younger, exactly, and they're figuring out their career and their life path, they start from the bottom, and you either have to stick it out with them and have faith that they're gonna progress, exactly, or what?
Well, like I said, I'm really high maintenance, so like it's ideal for me to date somebody who's already been through all that stuff, because like I need somebody to help me out with my own life.
I love how honest you are.
Sorry, but it's true.
Do you know what? My ex-boyfriend, who is 7 years younger than me, he rang me the other day and was like, oh, why don't you come and visit me? He lives in another country. I was like, oh, no, thanks. To try and entice me to go on this amazing weekend trip, he was like, look, I even have a keg and we can play power minute,
century hour,
something like that, where you have a shot from the keg in your mouth every hour. And I was just like, honey.
You had to swing your hair back like that?
And I was just like, you know what, maybe next time. Thanks, but no thanks. I didn't know where he was going with it. I didn't know how he thought that was enticing me. And that was one of the reasons why we broke up.
Because he loved
Because it was
playing
so
Power Hour?
juvenile. It was so juvenile that I was just like, bless you, you're a lovely guy and you're really, really great, and we were together for like a year. But his mindset on what he thought fun wasn't what I thought fun was. But then it was so strange because career-wise and business-wise, he was so mature. He was years beyond his age. And I found that so sexy and so appealing about him. But when we'd go out, he would kind of play along with my age to a certain degree. But then the minute you turn your back, he acts like a child, and then he turns around again, and it's like, okay, well, if I'm not here, is this how you're really acting all the time? You know what I mean? And I've dated an older guy who I found that I would age match him. I would try and act his age. He didn't think that I was too immature. And then after a couple of years, I was like, oh my God, I'm sick of doing this. I want to go out and, go streaking and stuff like that. So it's good and bad. I think you just need to find the right person.
Yeah.
Well, that's because we're women, so that's all that matters. It's not about timing for us, is it? It's just about timing.
It is about timing for us. I was actually just reading in a book. It's called Why Your 20s Matter and How to Make the Most of Them. You really have to plan out all these things. Like choosing your mate is like the most important decision that you can make.
Oh, definitely.
Because you're building a family with this person. And as a woman, our eggs are getting stale.
Did you get that from The Help, that movie? Eggs are getting stale. Oh, goodness.
But these are serious issues that we need to start thinking about. Like, when are we going to start having a family?
Yeah, exactly.
But is it something? Can you plan things like that? Like, by the time I'm 30, I'm going to be married. By the time I'm 35, I'm going to have my first kid.
It never works out that way.
It's good to have like an outline.
It's good to have a plan.
It's good to have a plan.
Yes, I agree. But if it doesn't go to plan, girls out there, don't, drop all your eggs onto the floor. Just keep going and chugging along, and you'll find the right partner eventually. If you're dating the younger guy who isn't right, or you're dating the older guy who isn't right, or vice versa. Or, I'm not going to say it.
I don't know where you're going with that.
So yeah, but wait, you're dating someone, you're single, I have just started dating someone, you're dating someone as well.
For sure.
Older? Younger? Younger.
I like older men.
Yeah. Oh, that's a loud one.
Shall we?
Oh wait, you're dating? No, you're nearly single.
I like older men.
But you like older men.
But it just makes me wonder, before we wrap up, you know, since we have a proclivity to date younger and you guys date older, it must be something about our personality traits that, you know, something about our characteristics that like qualities in younger or older men, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, I think that's interesting.
Do you know what?
Thinking about?
My partner isn't necessarily like the age that they're at. You know, we meet each other mentally on the same age, which I think is just as important, if not more important, than being closer in age. You need to meet each other on a more moral value medium, happy medium ground.
Yeah, it's all mental.
Yeah,
if you're
that's what I think. So, but anyway, there you go, guys. That's our episode on dating younger and dating older. If you have any questions, please email us. I know that we have got a really, really, really great email from a lady named Helen. Let me quickly find it before we go, just so that we can say thank you to her. Her name is... Someone else wants to talk while I'm rummaging through my phone.
well, thank you, Helena, for...
It's Helen Pingle. Helen Pingle, she has written us a few emails and she's given us some really great topics on suggestion topics. So we would definitely be taking you up on these suggestions and we'll be writing some new episodes in that according to what you've asked.
And please keep them coming because we always love hearing from you. Sometimes we run out of ideas about episodes, so when you guys have fresh ideas, we definitely are very appreciative.
Yeah, that's true. So thanks, Helena.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You and your cute dog.
Okay,